there are so many different kinds of throwing knives, some of them more dangerous than others. I handpicked the best of the best to figure out which ones are the most dangerous, and today we're gonna learn all about them in this episode about dangerous throwing knives. Let's do that now. Let's throw them. First, I'm Outdoor Anthony. I do nature education videos. If you haven't seen those ones, go do that too. Let's go. I have handpicked my favorite throwing knives, and these are some of them. These are some of the knives that I own. Do I have a problem? Maybe. I will be scoring these blades off of the acronym BWBV, which means balance, weight, blade, and versatility. I will be scoring each knife on a scale of 0 to 5 cartoon Anthonys. All right, we're starting off first with the Cold Steel Perfect Balance throwing knife. And I think I have a scar, yeah, right here from it, from like 10 years ago. This is a really awesome knife. I highly recommend it. You can see that it's secured by these screws here. And when you throw knives like this, there's a lot of rattling, right? And so these tend to get unscrewed a bit, and it's totally easy to screw it back in. But it's just annoying, you know? You don't really want to have to screw your knife. Don't take that out of context. And it is such a hefty, satisfying throw. Let's check it out. It's got a perfect balance because the name of the knife is called the Perfect Balance. The actual weight of it is extremely heavy, and that could be a plus or a minus depending on who you are. The blade is really great. You can see it's one-sided. There are some double-sided blades out here that might be overkill. Versatility, this is basically just a big old Bowie knife. So super high, super recommend. So the screws and the fact that it might be a little bit too heavy for most people will make it a 4 out of 5. All right, we got Ned Foss throwing knives. I got 6 of these because they come in packs of 6. They're super rad. They got rubber handles. They feel pretty good in my hand. And, oh, they feel so good to throw. Especially the fact that you have like duplicates of the same knife you can throw over and over. Oh, it feels so good. Balance, beautiful. Blade, we got double-sided blades, but like I said, I kind of don't mind. It's kind of the vibe. You're not gonna be throwing these in no-spin technique. There's gonna be rotational, which I love. The weight of it is really nice, it's hefty, and the versatility of it is you can really sharpen this down and make it like a nice utility knife to have, you know? Oh. As you can see, the rubber handles don't super hold up well. 6 of the same knife and they throw the exact same way every single time, well, they might end up hitting each other, and that's when all this rubber starts to come off. So that's kind of a downside. However, they feel so good in my hand, and I like the feeling of them. 4.5 out of 5. Yeah. Okie dokie, smoky chokey. So, since we're on a Ned Foss kick, I'm gonna show you these bad boys, which are a different flavor of the same throwing knife. As you can see, they've got the same rubber textured grips. However, it has a different style head. Now, what is the advantage of this versus the straight point, you might ask? I did. If you're thinking about it, a turning knife going into something, it would help to not just have one solid tip, where you can actually rotate with the blade while it's going in. Oh, that was cool, right? So, these guys, I actually do prefer over the red and black knives. Balance, fantastic. Let's see, and then the blade itself, as you can see, it's not really sharpened until past here, then it's sharpened. I went on the bench grinder and actually ground this one down so it had an edge the entire way down. And it's pretty rad to have like a cool throwing knife that also you can like whittle with and such. Don't be afraid to augment knives after you buy them. This guy is now gonna be my little side holster hiking knife, and it feels great in my hand because of that rubber textured grip. So 5 out of 5 for the golden Ned Foss blades. Right on. All right, no look. You wanna get weird? Let's get weird. This is a Hibben's throwing axe blade knife thing. It's super rad. What is really beneficial about this is you don't have to hit it head on, right? You can hit it here, you can hit it here, you can hit it here. And this thing withstands the test of time. I've had this since I was 14 years old. You can see the textured grip right here, which is beautiful. And it's one solid piece of metal with no handle or anything to get in the way, which is really rad. So these are really rare to find nowadays, but I highly recommend looking for a 3-sided throwing axe. How's it going, guys? I'm making a knife throwing review video, so sorry if I'm being annoying. If you want to throw knives, I have like 16 over here. All right, if Anthony, All right, I feel like Anthony's giving nice ratings to all these knives. Well, no, because this one sucks. This is I think it's RTEK, RTEK knife. This is a really crappy knife. You can see the very tip has already dented and gone a different way and fallen off. The thinner knives that you get are gonna be crappier, right? Because they're so thin, you have to put more weight into it and it kind of throws out your arm. It doesn't make it very of a substantial throw and it's just less satisfying. Like, ooh, you know? I found a feather. I don't like it. Welcome, friends of the blade, to the final judgment. We have 3 of the final knives that I have rated the highest, and we're gonna decide together which one is the best. And by together, I mean you're gonna watch me decide on which one is best. So this guy is obviously one of my favorite knives I've had for a long time. It's hard to say this is a knife though, even though it has like 4 blades on it. So we're gonna discount this one and call this the honorable mentioning win. Congratulations, Hibben, for being the honorable mention. All right, now it's a toss-up, right? It's a toss-up between this one and this one. This is the Cold Steel Perfect Balance knife, and this is the Ned Foss Golden Throwing knife. We've got really awesome traits about both of them, as you can see, but this guy has a longer reach, it has more heft to it, and it has more versatility in the fact that you can throw this no spin with that one side like I was talking about, only one side with the blade. Even though this screw unscrews, this thing has withstood the test of time over and over. So I gotta give it up to the Perfect Balance Cold Steel Throwing Knife. A close second are the Ned Foss knives. They are super, super awesome. And you can see that they take a lot of effort into making sure that craftsmanship is top notch. It's really hard to beat a giant piece of thick, cold steel. So congratulations, Cold Steel. It's really hard to throw it this close. And a beautiful second place to the Ned Foss Throwing Knife. Woo! Hey folks, thanks so much for watching. I'm Outdoor Anthony. You are here to check out the most dangerous knife and what was the best knife to throw in an outdoor situation. So I hope you had a great time. Go check out my other videos too. And goodbye. And I have all the links to these knives in the bio if I can find them. All right, love you guys. Talk to you soon. Dang it.